It was a warm Sunday afternoon, and the Johnson family decided to treat themselves to lunch at a restaurant they had heard good things about. It wasn't something they did often. Life had been challenging for them lately. Marcus Johnson, the father, worked 2 jobs to support his family, while his wife, Clara, juggled taking care of their 3 kids and studying to finish her degree. This outing was meant to be a small break, a moment to enjoy each other's company. They arrived at a charming bistro in the heart of the city. The restaurant was buzzing with activity, the aroma of freshly baked bread and sizzling dishes wafting through the air. The hostess at the front desk greeted them warmly and led them to a table by the window. The kids, ages 7, 10, and 12, were excitedly scanning the menu, talking about what they wanted to order. Clara smiled, enjoying the rare moment of calm and happiness. But their joy was short-lived. A waiter approached their table, his name tag reading Derek. His demeanor was cold from the start. Without making eye contact, he asked, "What do you want?" His tone was clipped, and his body language screamed irritation. Marcus, always polite, responded with a smile. "We'd like a few more minutes to decide, but could we have some water in the meantime?" Derek rolled his eyes. "Sure," he muttered before walking away. It wasn't the warm service they had expected, but Marcus brushed it off. Maybe the guy was having a bad day. Minutes turned into 15, and there was no sign of Derek. Other tables around them were being served efficiently, with waiters stopping by frequently to check on the guests. Clara began to notice the sideways glances Derek was giving their table. Whenever she tried to catch his attention, he'd look away or pretend to be busy. Finally, Marcus decided to wave him over. "Excuse me, Derek, could we place our order?" he asked kindly. Derek sighed audibly, walking over with the energy of someone doing an enormous favor. "Fine. What do you want?" Clara's patience was wearing thin. "We'd like the grilled chicken platter, a kid's mac and cheese, and 2 pasta dishes. And could we get some drinks as well?" she said, trying to maintain her composure. Derek didn't write anything down. Instead, he looked around the restaurant and then back at them. "You know, we're kind of busy today. It might take a while," he said with a smirk. The tone in his voice was unmistakable now. Clara's stomach churned. It wasn't just bad service, it felt intentional. "We don't mind waiting," Marcus replied, trying to keep the atmosphere light for the kids, who were beginning to pick up on the tension. But Derek's behavior only got worse. He brought their drinks after another 15 minutes, slamming them onto the table without a word. When Marcus asked for napkins, Derek sneered, "We're all out." Seconds later, another waiter delivered napkins to a table nearby. Clara's hands clenched under the table. "Marcus," she whispered, "I think we should leave." Marcus looked at his wife and then at his children. Their excitement had turned to confusion and discomfort. "Maybe you're right," he said softly. But just as he was about to stand up, a voice interrupted. "Is there a problem here?" Everyone turned to see a tall, well-dressed man walking toward their table. He had a calm yet authoritative presence that immediately caught everyone's attention. It was Mayor Robert Harris. Derek's face went pale. No problem at all, sir," he stammered. The mayor glanced at the Johnson family and then at Derek. "I've been sitting at the back, observing for a while," he said, "and from what I've seen, your behavior has been completely unacceptable." Derek's mouth opened and closed, but no words came out. He looked like a deer caught in headlights. Mayor Harris turned to Marcus and Clara. "I'm so sorry for how you've been treated today. Please, let me take care of this." Marcus nodded, grateful but unsure of what was about to happen. The mayor called over the restaurant's manager, a woman named Linda. "Linda, I suggest you have a talk with your staff. This family deserves an apology, and Derek here needs to learn the basics of customer service," he said firmly. Linda's face flushed. "I'm so sorry, Mayor Harris. We'll handle this immediately." She turned to the Johnsons. "I deeply apologize for the way you've been treated. Your meal is on the house today, and we'll make sure it's prepared right away." Marcus started to protest, but Mayor Harris held up a hand. "Please, let them make this right. You shouldn't have to go through something like this." As the Johnsons sat, the staff's attitude shifted entirely. Their food arrived quickly, served with care, and the manager personally checked in multiple times to ensure everything was perfect. Meanwhile, Derek disappeared from the floor, likely facing a tough conversation in the back. The kids began to smile again, enjoying their meals, and Clara's shoulders relaxed for the first time that day. Marcus looked at Mayor Harris, who had stayed to ensure they were treated properly, and said, "Thank you. It means a lot that you stood up for us." The mayor smiled. "It's the least I could do. No one should ever be made to feel less than because of ignorance or prejudice." As the Johnsons finished their meal and prepared to leave, the mayor gave Marcus a card. "If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out." Walking out of the restaurant, Marcus held Clara's hand tightly. "Today started off rough," he said, "but it's a reminder that there are still good people out there willing to do the right thing." Clara nodded, her heart full. "And it's a lesson for our kids. Kindness and courage always win in the end." The Johnson family left that day with a story they would never forget. A painful experience turned into a powerful lesson about standing up for what's right and the impact of allies in the fight against prejudice. Thank you for watching this heartfelt story. If it resonated with you or brought out any emotions, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Please consider hitting the like button to show your support. It really helps us reach more people with stories that matter. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on inspiring and impactful content like this. We share stories that spark change, promote understanding, and highlight the power of kindness and courage. We'd also love to hear your thoughts or similar experiences in the comments below. Your voice matters, and your stories inspire us to keep creating meaningful content. Lastly, if this story touched your heart, please share it with your friends and family. Together, we can spread messages of unity and positivity far and wide. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the next story.